Hello guys, this video will show a really cool technique you can use to add some impressive detail very quickly. I like to call the frame mesh technique. But real quick guys, if you're looking for what I consider to be the best 3D modeling tutorial on the internet, I recommend checking out my Udemy course. It's got tutorials on Blender, 3ds Max, CAD programs such as Plasticity and Moai 3D, and a lot of ZBrush as well. So if you want to master a variety of programs to really bring your skills up to the next level and master 3ds Max, Blender, ZBrush, and Plasticity, be sure to check out that course. Link is in the description. Let's continue. So essentially, this can be applied to anything, and this can be done in many programs as well. So you can do this in Max, Blender, ZBrush, Plasticity, Moai, Fusion, CAD programs, polygon programs, sculpting programs. But essentially, I'll use 3ds Max for this. So I'll create a cylinder. Alright, like so, and let's say this is going to be the barrel of a tank or something. And so I've got this. I'm going to go ahead and just make it a little bit longer here. Alright, let's move that up there. Let's change the object color to some sort of a vaguely military greenish color. Alright. And let's do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Right, maybe I'll scale this a little bit. Actually, first of all, I'll just select both of these and I will inset that and bridge. And I think I'll just scale this a little bit. Alright, so I've got this basic detail, and so I'm going to add some sort of frame mesh to this to make it more complex. So what I will do is I'll press Ctrl V just to copy that, and I will go ahead and use the push modifier, let's say, to push this out. And I'll change the object color as well. Alright, and so now I've got this. And so now what I can do is just go into, let's say, a side viewport here. I like to press V and go to the right view. And I'm going to press Shift 1 because that's my hotkey for using line. Or actually, let's use rectangle. And so I'm going to go ahead and create a rectangle here. I'm going to press 1 right away to switch to here. And let's apply edit spline. Let's select, for example, this. And let's divide that. And we can select this and delete it. Control A, right click, corner. Right, now I will select this in the spline level and hold Shift to duplicate it, rotate it. And now I will further duplicate these, alright, and further duplicate this. Alright, so of course you can spend more time with more complex patterns, but since I want to show a quick result, we'll just do something like this, for example. All right, so we'll just go in here on a new edit spline, or we can use spline chamfer as well. So let's just use spline chamfer, or what we can do is just Control A and fillet that, which I've set to the hotkey F. But spline chamfer allows a more modular workflow. So let's do that. All right, so we'll select the outer part here. I would just, right, there we go. So before doing that, we can make this more complex. So I would do that by using, let's say, a quick crease set. And let's increase this even more. And let's add this to it as well. Full value, open subdiv, edit poly on top. All right. Let's smooth that. All right, let's select the splines and let's just extrude that. All right, so now we can use Pro Boolean and we can subtract that. All right, so right away that gives us these really cool results right here. We can exit isolation mode, and right away we have this really cool frame mesh happening here. Let me apply smooth to this as well. Alright, so as you can notice, guys, this is a very cool technique to very quickly get this, but we can add some more details as well. So for example, we can go again to the side. I'll press Shift 1, that's for line, and I can go in here and hold Shift to constrain to 9 degrees. All right, let's close this up. All right, spline chamfer, decrease that. All right, we can once again extrude that. And delete that. All right, now we got this happening here. As you notice, just really cool things happening here. We can also do just another rectangle from the bottom, let's say. All right, let's extrude that. Right, so you don't have to delete these objects, you can just kind of reuse them. So as you notice, we just get this really cool result happening all around here. So this is called the frame mesh technique. That's my name for it. And so if you want to make things a little bit fancier, you can also create some details that won't go in all the way. Something like this. And I can put that right there. And let's subtract that too. As you can see, little things like this we can use to also add further detail. All right, and so if you want to make it extra fancy, you can have even more layers here. So for example, I can select the inside here and detach as a clone. And let's create choose a different object layer here. Let's shell that as well. All right, so we've got this, and then let's once again preset that. Like this as well here. All right, and we can move this here. All right, and we can scale this, but not like that. We can switch this. Right, so now I have this happening here. So as you can see, guys, with just some basic techniques like this, regardless of what program you're in, you can get really cool results very quickly. And you can kind of play around with the color scheme. You know, what if we make this red? What if we make this outer one the green one? And then this inner one would be, let's say, chrome color. Maybe this inner one will be the dark one. You know, we can get that. We can make this one the chrome one, and then this one a dark gray. Alright, so we have some really cool options to choose from. Alright guys, thank you for watching and take care.